Button keeps coming on and off. There we go. Alright, so we're good. I'm gonna come on, start this video. What's up, folks? It's your boy, MMG Smurf here. Make sure all my timers are down. Oops. It said it got a timer, but there must be 2 timers over here. Let's try that again. What's up, folks? It's your boy MMG Smurf here, and today we're coming through talking about, you know, some blockchain things. What's popping? What am I looking at? What am I getting into? And all that goodness. Because of course, if you're familiar with blockchain, you're keeping up on things. It's been red days in the market. It's been bloody red in the market lately. Everybody's, you know, new people are panicking and stuff like that because they bought at high levels and they're like, is it ever gonna go up? I can't see it going any higher, this and that, and blah, all the other. And yeah, that is the case, you know. We could dip down to the 40,000 range with Bitcoin, I think. But I think the long-term holders are gonna hold anyways. As far as DeFi and stuff like that goes, it's a game of knowing the market and knowing where things are, in my opinion. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go over my opinion of things. I have this couch behind me because we want this to be kind of a relaxed segment that we do here at Money Match Gaming. This is not meant to be financial advice, or we take it as financial advice. This is as if we was kicking it on the couch. We started talking crypto. You start asking me about Money Match Gaming and our DeFi and crypto and stuff. You're like, oh, Smurf, you be talking, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, brah, you know what I'm saying? This is what we get down. And so you got curious. You started asking me. And we started talking and we started spitting it up. And so that's what we're doing today. We're cutting it up on the couch, talking about DeFi, blockchain, where we're getting those gains, where we're looking for those gains. It's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You can get totally wrecked, lose all of your money trying to follow me doing these things. And with that said, let's jump into things today. I feel like it gets longer every time. Here we go. So I'm over here on my laptop. It's got it split really weird because I can never decide how I want to do the video, if I'm going to show my entire face or whatever. But let's jump into it. We got a few farms up here lined up across the top that we're going to be checking out. So though I'm going to be jumping into some of these right off rip and using them and stuff like that. And so that's something else you don't see in a bunch of videos. Some people will do it, but I like to do it often. So we're going to be going over here first to BSCEX, and this is XSwap. Their swap. So they're AMM. Automated market maker, very similar to a Uniswap or a Just Swap if you're from Tron, or Pancake Swap. This is their swap on Binance Smart Chain, so it's very similar to Pancake Swap. Why am I using this one? This one actually aggregates a bunch of different swaps together. It pulls the different swaps together, and then it'll give you the best price across those different swaps. So I need to make this a little bit smaller, and then we can see at the bottom there, it's pulling from Pancake Swap, Burger Swap, Bakery, and Thugs. They might as well not pull from Burger because it's butt. Anyways, we're going to type in a token that we have here at the top, Soups. And today I am looking to sell this Soups into ZD Cash and BUSD, I believe. I'm kind of FOMOing into this this staking portion of things. And I say FOMOing, you know, it's always bad if I'm FOMOing into a few coins today, because these are the assets that I move around regularly to see if they can get some nice gainers. And when we're looking at this chart here, let me just make this full screen. Boop. We're not talking about the other one yet. We make this full screen and we're looking at this chart here. Look at this ZD Cash, BNB, BTC. What are all of these? And this is, you're getting ZD Cash. They're insane APYs for all these. ETH and BNB for 1,400% APY. Now, you know, this is on BSCEX, so they're going to be locking 75% of those rewards for a year or so, or whatever it's written in this contract for the specific one. And you can see that in your wallet after when you do that. You can like push the wallet and it'll let you know the different things that you have. Like I have 14 pools. I have 374 Z seed. I have 244 BSCX. But they lock that stuff up for a year and then it starts to get distributed to you, depending on when you came into the platform, when you started farming that asset or whatever it might be. And so here at the top we can see some of their previous assets. They did the ZD one already, where you were farming ZD. Now that's over. Now you can farm tools. But anyways, yeah, this APY is where we're about to go. So we need ZD Cash and BUSD. I'm not sure if ZD Cash is even pegged to $1. I'm really hoping it is. I just want to get that nice stable coin flow going with something that's stupid high. So let's check it out. This is what I needed to do and not do this. I needed to go up here. I needed to say $1 to ZD Cash is equal to $2.35. So not quite stable. Not quite stable. But you know what? Soups has been taking a fucking beating, and so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say 0.5 soups into this ZD Cash just straight up, and then I'm gonna split the ZD Cash. Now, this is a stupid way of selling it. I should maybe just spend. I'll just spend 0.25 soups in the ZD Cash, 0.25 the other way. And before I do that, I should look at soups. See how it's been doing today. It's just been doing so awful lately that I'm just not even considering it really. I do believe in the project in the long term, but do I want to sit through an entire cycle or other things? I want to try to catch something else on its uptick and then jump back into soups. Preferably, we're gonna get to this chart. Let's look at the soups chart. I like to use Unidex beta.app. It's a bit quicker than GoSwap in my opinion. A lot of people are using GoSwap and stuff on Binance Smart Chain, but this is my preference. So we've been bottomed out for a while here, and it stopped dipping lower, at least for the most part today. But then we could see like another, it just hasn't stopped doing that. It has not stopped with these insane dips. These big dips have not stopped. And so that's what hurts with this project is we'll pull this out to this big time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame. You could look at what was this, 1 dip down, 2 dip down, and then this could be looked at as a cup and handle, but I think we wanted to see a breakout right here. We don't want to dip beneath the, it needed to not dip beneath this this neckline, as they would call it, for like a technical, if it's gonna, but then this is Binance, so this is a lot of emotion on this shit. But we're looking at that, and as you can see, it just dipped beneath that into the red. This is looking really, really ugly. Don't know if it's gonna survive. I don't think it's ever been this low before. Yeah, this is like at its all-time low, which is, it's really hard for me to sell it at its all-time low. God damn. What are we looking at on price? We're looking at $600 on price. Truly is not bad. It's not bad, especially for everything that happened with this project. Not that like anything crazy, like like the devs rug pulled or something, like nothing like that happened with this project, right? But people just fled their ass off, like and it's not even on the soup so much. Like a lot moved over to soup. TVL over here is done for. And then let's see what we're looking like in the boiler room. A lot of people were probably waiting in the boiler room while the price was dipping and stuff like that. And the moment they got an option to dip out, they just, why wait? APR is 6,000% APR. See, this is actually, no, I can't. If anything, I'm gonna open this thing up for once. Yeah. I was supposed to be talking about leaving soups. Oh, you think I can? I'm gonna have to put like half of it in here or something like that. What did I just push? Did I push that half over yet? We got decisions to make. How much BNB do we have right now? Okay, so we have this for BNB right now. I think this is because I sold some rake, and so I'm gonna use this BNB for it. I'm gonna say 0.25 BNB into Zcash. It's not enough. It's not enough. But I'm liking the idea of putting this soups in solo asset in the boiler room with the 6,000 APR. Yes, please. I have to take that. I have to take that. That's APR, not APY. Your potential for return is insane. And so anyways, I'm looking at both of these two obviously because we're going into these two, and we've seen the APY on the one, so I won't take us too long with me going around and staking and stuff like that on it. The next one that I'm looking at is, oh my god, Smurf, for the love of God, if you've seen this before, why are you still on BR34P and Rake? Well, I'm not in them right now. I got out, and I got out at a decent high too. I feel like I have good timing with that type of stuff. Mentioning the streaming stuff, but we got out. TVL's been dropping a bit. It's kind of stabilized over the last week or so. Price is also stabilized kind of in the low $100 range. So that's kind of stabilized as well for Rake, for people that haven't been keeping up with this farm. Why though? Why am I even looking at this thing though? Because that's not enough. Reasons why I'm looking at this, because they're still developing. Actually, if we were to push, I think it's just this button right here. This is Silo. Yeah, we push Silo. They have a whole platform and stuff like that that they're developing in the background, because Forex Shark, the developer behind this, is a crazy developer. He just wants to keep developing stuff and trying to make it better. So this is very similar, if you know, on the Tron blockchain with BT, bank teller and bankroll ecosystem. This is very similar to the bankroll ecosystem. You can, I mean, it looks just like it, but with some more BR34P type theming. This guy seems like skulls and stuff like that. But that's what this is, and that'll just link us to the 2 tokens to buy. Now, what they're doing with this, though, is they're having a new project come out that you could only get this information from the Telegram group, but they have a new portion of the project coming out that's going to be utilizing the Rake token, very similar to how we utilize Soups, or how you utilize MDS, which is another farm I'm going to show, or SBDO. All those tokens, those algorithmic stablecoin pair tokens, like those the share tokens. And so Rake is going to basically become one of these share tokens for an algorithmic stablecoin type of project. They haven't let us know what that's going to be pegged to. It says it's going to be pegged to some high worth asset. And so I'm thinking, I don't know if he's going to try gold or so. I don't know what it is. Some type of stock or something. It's going to be interesting. But he's going to be trying to pick it to something and working that out with his algorithmic stablecoin. And so, yeah, some value behind Rake. I'm trying not to let go of all the Rake. I want to keep at least one. I don't know if I need 2. I might use the other half of 1 in the BSCX. But I'm going to keep at least 1 to see if it'll have it as another moonshot situation. I would hate to miss out on a Rake moonshot. I missed out on the auto farm moonshot, which is a very similar looking interface and whatnot. You know, auto farm, and I rode some of it. You know, I got like 4 or 5x on it, but it went up thousands, and it went from, like, at the time that I found it, when it was like $2 or something like that, $4, it went up to being like $20,000, $30,000. I'm like, bro, I could have been fucking dumb rich in a very short amount of time. You'd have had to sell. Like, why would you not sell at like millions of dollars? But that did not happen. That did not happen. And it wouldn't happen here with Rake, because Rake is not $2 right now. But especially if it did have that type of dip, we're looking out for something like that in the Rake ecosystem for those reasons. So that's that one. What else do we have? Another Degen play. This is a strictly Degen play. This one's appeared on app.beefy finance. It is farm.space. I think I just have like space going in here. You have a little bit of BNB and space tokens going here. I'm gonna leave them going around for at least the next 2-3 days or so and wait it out. This thing has been super volatile with people jumping in and out of it, but I do think they have a decent team, burn rate, tokenomics, and stuff like that structure where it might be able to continue to climb some, and it might be able to compete at a Goose or a Donut or whatever, one of these projects you want to remember type of level where they get to some really nice high value. Yeah, potentially they're gonna have to continue to compete, because right now what we're seeing on Binance Smart Chain is a lot of projects utilizing NFTs and whatnot. Things like BSC Runner, for example, which I think it wasn't really supposed to be one that I covered today, but I think is a pretty cool project. I don't know what the price of it is. Yeah, I figured it. So they don't have enough marketing and attention and stuff like that around it, but it's a cool project idea with their NFTs and the structure of it. People are now competing at this type of level on the Binance Smart Chain, and that's all I wanted to show them for. where it's not just about having the farm and the AMM and the deposit fee, but now they also want to see what type of NFTs do you have integrated with that system. What do those NFTs do? Are they just for aesthetic, you know, like, oh cool, you have some art, or those NFTs help you produce yield? And in the case of this farm, they helped you produce yield, and they weren't very heavy on the art, and yeah, they just didn't take off that well. They just didn't. It's too much of an under the radar project. You probably never heard of this one, and so that's why they're failing. Though another what I would call a degen project, but also fairly stable, Midas Dollar.fi. Talk about it all the time. While all these algorithmic stable coins and stuff like that are dropping, this is a project that is stabilized by not only the community on the Binance Smart Chain, but a community of businesses that feed into the Midas ecosystem with their dev team and all that stuff. And so I believe that over time, regardless of whatever happened, they would try to sustain this project for some amount of time before they splinter off. And if they were to splinter off into something else as their lead project, you would probably hear about it first from this website, aka making you an early adapter or whatever to the next project and making for some potential really nice gains. So really like the Midas project. We're going over here right now. We're still in it. This dropped down to like 600 APR the other day, but now it's back up to like 9,000 or 900. Excuse me. It's still stupid. It's stupid. These are stupid numbers. So who cares? Money to be made there. I like the project. It's an algorithmic stable coin, not very, like, you know, glitz and glam or anything like that. But when you compare it to another really popular algorithmic stablecoin project, I just have Hyrule swap up because I just have some stuff over here. But when you compare it to another algorithmic stablecoin project like BDollar and how BDollar's been doing in this situation, I might have to switch my BDollar funds over to Midas. And that's a scary thought to me because I'm like, damn, I thought BDollar would be like a lot stronger than this. But they might not have everything that the Midas team has. They are an anonymous team, which, you know, Midas is a forward-facing team and has these other companies and stuff like that backing the project. So if anything, you know, goes too shitty over here, who knows what would happen? Obviously, you have the code and stuff like that backing you, but yeah, it's just been wild. It's just been wild. I'm still riding nice even with the price of BDollar dropping so much because BDollar shares is $1,600 to 0.6 that you're buying back into, and so I'm established with a nice enough position that I'm still earning enough per day that, like, if it drops, you know, 20% a day, 30% a day or something like that, yeah, it's a nice punch to your portfolio. But I would potentially make that back by just sitting there for, you know, a day or something. And so, yeah, it's got to get to that level. And so you got to really, and I'm just letting you guys know this stuff because this is the type of stuff that I think about where you have to, like, really try to pay attention and, like, be mindful of what's happening in the market. Here's that one. This is a super degen one. This is super degen. I usually don't even show these type of things. If I've been burned on anything in blockchain, it's these type of projects. So I can't even recommend this thing. I say stay away from this thing when you hear about it from folks like that. But at the same time, I'm actually in this one. I do jump into some of them because sometimes I make profit on them, and you know, we're kicking under the couch. So sometimes I make profit off of these things, like a lot of profit off of them, especially if you get in early enough. But when you're, like, you know, being speculative and this and that and waiting too long, then it's just not going to work out the same way. Because if it is some type of what we like to call an hourglass type of issue where there's no actual sustainability within the project and they're just using like Ponzi schemes, like, you know, you feed in and it drips out, and whoever's at yeah, it just doesn't work out if you're the last person. And so if it is that type, yeah, we gotta be careful of this one. That's really why this one's on the list, is that it feels like everybody's jumping into it, but and people were trying to, like, almost like, this is really stunner. Sometimes your wording. Don't get pressured. If you're still new to Binance Smart Chain and stuff like that, you know, you don't have to lock up all your BNB. There's some options here where it's not necessarily locked, and that's really nice. And this is Haze audited, and so that's also, there's like a lot of good things about this project. But again, the one type of projects that I usually don't like are these type. I prefer straight up liquidity projects and stuff like that, but even those can rug right. Most important thing is just to do your research, whatever type of research, and as much as you can for whatever projects you're investing in. Cool, but that's this one. I am in this one. I am in Space Farms. I am in Rake. Even though I don't have anything in the farms, I'm just kind of sitting in it. I am in ZD Cash, which we're going to jump into today. And then we staked into the soups pool. Last one on our list for today is this one that I want to check out. oxbull.tech. And oh, actually I have it open over here on the other window. So we're just going to pop this one full screen. So this is the staking portion of their platform. It wouldn't look this way when you first go there. You actually need to click on SCB Space Cowboy farm, and that'll open you up to this portion. And so this is a whole ecosystem that's to do with not only staking and yield, but also deflationary, what do they call it, reflect tokens. They're the OXB token, which is also a IDO type of launchpad token. And there's only so many of them. And then there's also on top of that the NFTs. I'm not sure if I said that yet, but the NFTs. And so in my opinion, these are like, I don't really care for these NFTs. They're like whatever. Yeah, just looking at them like These ones are kind of nice though, these Star Wars ones and whatnot, which are actually all sold out. Now, why are all the Star Wars ones sold out? Is it because everybody's a big Star Wars fanboy? Nope, that's not it. Whether they're Star Wars fanboy or not only are these things limited edition, so there's only 5 of each of them. They're 50 SCB. I have no idea how much that costs right now, but they're 50 SCB, so that's like the highest price thing on this page. There's only 15 of these things total that went out, and the artist that created them has actually worked on some Star Wars projects and whatnot. So they actually got a pretty acclaimed artist to come through in their ecosystem here and mint out some NFTs for them. And so that's why they went for so much, because it's a situation where it's it's like, I got something nice fucking painting, and no, it was the person who actually did it on the show and made the things like so, like clout. But yeah, looking a little bit more into this project, other than it being the Reflect token, all this other stuff, they are that IDO type of platform, so they're launching other tokens from here, and you need to hold the OXBull token to jump into that IDO type of situation. Is the average person going to be able to jump into the IDO? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably not going to happen for the average person. Why is that? Because it's expensive as hell. It costs like, what is it, like I think they say like 8,000 or something like that to get into one of these IDO launches. We can check it out right now, but I'm not even interested. I just have not been interested in any of these IDO incubator type of jumping in situations. Very similar to, even though I'm really bullish on the VV app in Ecomi, which I would show, but like, yeah, I feel like the app is really the you know, I don't care to do that right now. But I'm really bullish on that whole situation. All the NFTs and stuff like that dropped, including the Ultraman thing that dropped today. I would love to get my hands on one, check it out and stuff like that. But it's similar to the Pancakes Swap IDO situation or all these other ones where there's so many people, so much ridiculous demand, even in a bear market, even on the bloodiest of days, so much demand that the VV app crashed this morning. It was crashed for like 5 hours. I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna look, because it's just gonna crash. And sure enough, like last night, it crashed all day. And so I don't know how people get through, but somebody's getting through and maybe getting some NFTs, and eventually you'll be able to use the app again. And the same thing happens to a lot of these platforms where the website won't crash because they're making sure they can stabilize for it. But you won't be able to get that coin. You have like no chance. And so I feel like the best situation for a lot of these is to play the market on like a price type of swing situation, my personal opinion. And so that's usually what I look for in these type of tokens, is actually just being able to play them for the price swings. In the situation of an OX Bull, which I'm really interested in going into, not only do you get to play that price swing, but you're also getting that reflect on it. And so I didn't want to buy a little bit of it just to check that out and experience some of that reflect. And so I have 20 OX Bull paired up right there. And I want to start going through that reflect with that OX Bull and seeing what that's like. Now, I usually would hate to do this on a token like this, especially at this time. I just did not catch it when I wanted to catch it. I didn't catch it early enough. But when we look at this token, oh great, I didn't even have to increase the slippage. It's supposed to be 2%. But when we look at this, so there's another bonus. When we look at this thing on the chart, and again, I like to use Unidex beta.app/BSC charting. This is the OX Bull token. You can see that over there. And this thing is hella fucking bullish. This was a parabolic run right here in the last, this is all of today. No, is this today? This is all today. This is all from today. From 0.004 BNB up to 0.01 BNB. You could have experienced that today. That's why it's like nice, you know, helping other people and projects and stuff like that. But all I saw this as, like, my boy hit me up afterwards and was like, yo, you see the Zcash? I'm like, shut up. Why are you telling me about stuff? There's no way I missed something. Sure enough, 13,000 APR on the Zcash situation. I get to it by like 6,000. So some people have been having some nice gains. This OX Bull situation, saw it earlier, couldn't move on it at $1. It's now $2.60, still on an uptrend, looking like it might be forming a bull flag. If it drips down to this 0.009 situation, that's, and bounces, that's bull. Yeah, there's just lots going on. It's lots going. There's always money. There's always money in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. What else we got? We got anything else that I wanted to check out? Those were really the main ones. I feel like I'm sleeping on something right now. I'm sleeping on something. Sleeper, no sleeping. The last one that we could check out was swirl.cash. Let's see how it's doing today. I haven't checked in. I haven't been able to do my normal do. Usually I wake up, check the markets, make sure I'm not getting on anything, you know. But I haven't been able to do that today. So let's just, I think I just want to, I got push use swirl. I'm looking for the button that says mining. And so I actually shouldn't use Swirl. What is Swirl? Swirl is this application that is for privacy transactions on the Binance Smart Chain. And so Tron has its own shielding of tokens and stuff like that that you can do. Bitcoin and Litecoin have their own shielding of tokens that you can do, the Lightning networks. Where is it for Binance Smart Chain? This more centralized entity that the nodes are controlled by CZ and his homies. And we know that, but we accept it because of the cheap gas fees. Well, how do we get any type of privacy? Something like Swirl has just come along. And so Swirl exists. It's got a limited supply of tokens. There's no type of reflex situation here. Liquidity mining straight up, but the APRs and the liquidity mining have been insane. And I feel like it's just because it's a less known token. Yeah, this has been going up. I got in when it was around 3 million TVL. It was 5 million or so the other day. Now it's 8 million TVL. It's just been going up, and I think it'll continue to go up as more and more people find it, because a project like this is always needed in the world and stuff like that. People like them. People like them versus, yeah, there's just certain situations where it maybe not even for like illegal reasons or something like these. There's just something that somebody's trying to fuck something up, and that's important. So those will always exist. And I'm bullish on this for this. It's like an XMR type of situation on the Binance Smart Chain, you know. So yeah, how does it do it? There's a whole situation where you send the your transaction into the contract. The contract uses other BNB that it has locked in the contract to make that transaction. It holds your initial transaction for a certain amount of time so that it can't be traced, and then you have to send it out to a third-party address, so not the exact same address that you sent it to. Boom, there it goes, anonymous. And so that's a quick breakdown of how it goes. You can look up their docs and YouTube tutorials and stuff like that if you want a better breakdown than that. But it's really nice. I like it. Price has been pretty damn stable. I got in around $3. Went up to about $5. $4.50 right now. 2,500 APR. Nothing to complain about here. Nothing. I don't have anything huge stacked in it, but I'm not upset at what I do have stacked in it. And that does conclude all the different farms and stuff like that I wanted to check out. None of these, well, I can't say none of these, but a lot of these are not on this list of VFAT tools. And I know a lot of people like to use VFAT tools, myself included, because it's just a wonderful tool to go and check out these farms. But they don't have BSCX. They don't have, well, they think they do have Swirl. I don't think they have BR34P in the rake farm. What else do they not have? Just those two. Those are the two important ones right now. They don't have any of the rake ecosystem. They don't have BSCX. Those are the two hella gainers. They do have Soup. They do have Midas. They do have Swirl. They do not have FOMO Stake, and I would suggest probably not going into that. What is this? Let's see. Do they have Oxpool? They do not have Oxpool. No Oxpool. Cool. But during that time, let's see. Cool. And so our point was made during that time, though. During that time, we did want to buy up some of this Oxpool so that we could experience the reflect of the token. And so it doesn't look like much. But if I went here, we spent that much for it, but we only got so much because of the whatever the fucks. But we pushed max, and this is the beauty of it, is that slowly over time, like this number right here, all this shit right here is extra. This is what I got from just holding it, and that is worth. Let's just see how it's been doing in the last little bit. Now there is a whole staking component of this token and stuff like that, but we're on our way to 1 cent from nothing but holding it and no price action. Oh, and you can see there again another change up. So the number's just going to keep going up. But yeah, all this stuff, do your own research. There's always money in the banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. But you got to do your own research. See you guys in the next one. I had to make something today. I just had to make something today. I've been doing nothing but working for other folks. And so it drives me crazy. I'm a free spirit. See you guys later.